Everyone, it's Arlise. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I am a traditional and digital artist, and I am also an art major at community college. And if you've been here since the beginning, you've probably seen my sketchbook tour art student edition, where I showed you guys my sketchbook for the entirety of the semester of a Drawing 2 class, which is an advanced drawing class from Drawing 1. The class that I've been taking this semester is three-dimensional design. Been some pretty cool projects where we make things out of like paper or foam, but the latest project that we had was to make a miniature house. A tiny house for yourself as an artist. The requirements to have somewhere to sleep, somewhere to eat, somewhere to prepare food, and an area for yourself because you're an artist, so like a little art studio area. So today I'm going to be showing you my miniature house that I made for that project. I'm calling it my mini art studio. Here it is. This box is 8 by 10, which doesn't seem that small, but once you have to fit a bunch of furniture in there, it's a little difficult. Oh, and I forgot to mention that we couldn't just make it like a dollhouse and like buy like little dollhouse furniture and just put it in there. That would just be way too easy. We had to make everything by hand, which is exactly what I did. So what the outside looks like, yes, it's a Nintendo Switch box. I was inspired by like old city apartments, like studio apartments. And so this is like industrial door with the number on it. So it's very textured, if you can hear that. And I made a top because in the process of making it, I didn't glue all of the furniture down yet until the very last day of me finishing it. So I didn't want them to be shaking around in here. If you don't hear anything, but if they weren't glued down, they'd be all over the place. I'll show you more in a second, but here's how it looks just from me holding it. So you can see, like I said, I glued everything down. And let's get into all the details. Here we are with the little box here. And welcome to my miniature art studio. So like I said, what I was talking about on the outside, I did the same on the walls in here, on two of the walls, just for that textured wall in like an old apartment building. And like an old apartment building, some brick wall and some wooden flooring. And the doors do open, just a cardboard box, so it was little flappy doors. Like I said, we had to make everything by hand. We couldn't purchase little tiny furniture. We had to make it. And so I got a bunch of popsicle sticks from my professor. So I made some furniture out of that and I just painted it black. This is a bookshelf made out of popsicle sticks and books. And the bed frame is also made out of popsicle sticks. And yeah, this is a little mattress. She had some foam for us to use and I just glued some fabric onto it. And I sewed a little like bed sheet, some more foam in the pillows, and I made some pillowcases too. I painted some paper in the shape of like an open, like flat out book, and glued some foam together. As you can see, the little foam squares that I wrapped the paper around to make a little book. I made the dresser out of paper. One of the first things we learned in class was how to make perfect shapes and then to build that into like a cube or like a little pyramid triangle thing. So that skill is really handy into making all the furniture that are all made out of paper. And I just cut out some more paper for the drawers, just glued that on top. And then I cut it open a little bit, put some fabric sticking out of it, like little messy drawer with some clothes sticking out. And I tried to paint it to look like a used dresser or something, like a thrifted dresser. I just got really into the details in this. This is also paper. I used Bristol paper for everything. I just made a little like fake canvas and painted that. And on to the kitchen area and the little studio corner. Like I said, these are all also made out of Bristol paper. This little corner counter was really difficult, but it probably took me an entire day to figure out, but I got it. Little cube here, and then this is like a half cube, I guess, for like a little spice drawer next to the stove. And I got a little fabric on the oven door too. And I didn't think about it after I made the sink, that sinks have depth inside of it. So I was like, oh, maybe I should just figure out how to paint that. So I tried my best to add depth with painting it, and the fridge was pretty fun to decorate, kind of like little magnets. And this plant was so fun to make. This is also made out of paper. The base of it is foam. I just stacked some foam on top of each other to get like this much of a shape, and then I wrapped it in Bristol paper, and then I cut and like curved all these, and I'm thinking I wanted this to be an aloe plant, but I guess it could kind of be any kind of plant. And here's a little studio corner with a corner desk. I also made this really tiny sketchbook, wire and everything. The chair and the desk base are cardboard, and I had to cut some popsicle sticks in half to make the legs for the chair and the desk. And this is a iMac. On the back, you can see the Apple logo. And the little mouse is made out of foam. Keyboard paper as well. And another canvas. And since it's the studio corner, I put some paint all over the place on the floor and the wall. But yeah, this is a little art studio tour. Not my real art studio, because you've already seen that. It's just a really small corner of my bedroom. So, but yeah, let's do a little montage. Get a close-up on these details. And that was my tiny house tour. I wish I took more like videos while I was making it, like the process of making a tiny house. But I took some pictures of what I was working on while, but very few, and I can show you my sketchbook sketches as well. Those are some process pictures that I took, and my blueprint sketches. I did draw some blueprints. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tiny house tour. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I am starting my new sketchbook. So give me some ideas of what to draw, what to paint in the comments, and maybe we'll see it in my next video. If you like the video, give it a like, comment below, subscribe if you have not. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye! So, I don't know. And yes, I did cut my hair again.